I was telling you a story about the hula baloo that's going on around Besigye and Bobi Wine's home, which we are going to get into shortly. But also there are scary situations and scenarios happening around Kampala, where this is the third scenario that I'm going to read to you of a car petrol-bombed. A car that was petrol-bombed, this time in Nakulabye, just here along Full Gospel, which is Sir Apollo Kagwa Road. Well, the former RDC Eric Sakwa's car was petrol-bombed last evening. Now, of course, it was a government car, and we are wondering why these people are targeting government cars. Now, Jinja District's former district commissioner and RDC Eric Sakwa's car reportedly was petrol-bombed by yet-to-be-identified people in Nakulabye. Yet to be identified people. I really hope they are yet to be identified, like the English is saying, because when somebody says I am yet to know, it means that they have no idea what it is. But we really hope they get identified, because if we remember the Corona and the Suzuki, was it, that I told you about yesterday, that was petrol bombed as well, this will be the third case, and we don't know who is doing these petrol bombings out of the blue. So we even need to be careful as Ugandans, because now you're hearing, if you have your car and you're stepping out, what if you get out of it, maybe enter a shopping mall to do some shopping, and by the time you return, it was petrol bombed. It is becoming a very serious issue, where to the extent that there's a parking lot in Georgia House, I think, where the cars were petrol bombed at once. Now, this time it was a full parking lot. This news came in yesterday, but the one of the RDC is that, according to a statement from a government source who preferred to remain anonymous, Sakwa's car was parked outside Georgian House in Nakulabye, and the time of the incident, and by the time of the incident, it was one of those cars that were affected. So, according to the source, the yet-to-be-identified people are currently on the loose, targeting government vehicles and installations. But the incidents that happened in Chireka, we should remember that they were not government vehicles. The Corona that belonged to one Shafiq, it was not a government vehicle. So we're wondering, what is the target of these terrorists? Because there you become a terrorist. I hope that when they are found, they are charged with treason, because this is bare murder. You just want, what if the cars were involving somebody? The person would have died. And we should remember that the RDC was saved by the residents and the locals, just like it happened in Chireka, that were around the car. Of course, this is the second petrol bomb incident in just nearly 5 days, as a similar attack happened on Thursday last week, like I told you. Now, according to Kampala Metropolitan Deputy Spokesperson of Police, Luke Owoyesigire, 2 private vehicles were targeted by petrol bombs on Thursday, setting them ablaze. Owoyesigire said last week that the group vanished in thin air and investigations are underway. If the group vanished in thin air, how exactly are you going to investigate them? Because I believe if there is CCTV footage, for example, you will get the shape of the person and probably what they were dressed in. The face of the person, I'm not so sure. But who am I to just start talking about intelligence right now? Yet I am not a professional intelligence person. So I believe these personnel are going to get into the matter and find out exactly who has decided to come out with bombing cars. You people, like, I don't know how some Ugandans program their minds to think. Engage again, no planning. Today I have to bomb my friend's car and make sure that it is normal. As you're seeing on our screens, those are the incidents that happened now on Thursday in Chireka, different from these ones that are happening in Nakulabye, where the former RDC's cars were bombed. Meanwhile, it's not only the former RDC's cars. URSB offices also were bombed. Offices of the Uganda Registration Services Bureau, which are also found in the same place at Georgian House, have caught fire, and according to witnesses at the scene, the fire started burning around 10:30 p.m. Now, the building located at George Street is said to have started witnessing this issue, and of course with the cause of the fire, which is still a mystery. We understand there are petrol bombings. Now, according to the statement from URSB, the fire is concentrated in the parking lot, but being put out, the fire was concentrated in the parking lot but was being put out by the police fire brigade at the scene. I believe that by the time police fire brigade reached, there were some cars. I saw a Toyota Wish that was in a sorry state. Then, of course, you can see the double cabin, the government car, the double cabin. Engage over car. Sincerely, you come from home, you've planned to go to work, pass by Georgian house, maybe to see a friend or a girlfriend or whatever, and then when you reach there is when the terror happens, and you find that you've lost your car just like that. It is, of course, we can't forgive the natural hazards that happen to us on a daily, but the fact that people go down there and see it and say, okay, evil minds today are at work, and the first thing we're going to do is that we're going to cause a fire around the city. What do you think that these other people who wanted to be notorious are planning? You get? Because we only need a trigger. Just like I told you, in Uganda or in Kampala, once you start something, 10 other people will feel like starting it, and it does not matter what it is. It does not matter if they don't have the same vision as you. It does not matter if God didn't even bless them in that area. So long as you start something, tomorrow another person will start it. So I'm imagining how many terror groups are thinking of starting such a terrible, terrible incident. I really, really do hope that we check ourselves, and if we are in any way connected to some of these things, or if we know some people that are involved, because sometimes your husband will come and tell you, hey, I'm involved in this deal, it's going to get me this money. You know that deal is wrong, but you're like, Munai, we have to eat, so you keep quiet. If you're that kind of person, I really do hope that God touches you and you come out and alert the security personnel. Right about now, allow me get into the topic of the day, the topic that we've all been waiting for. I couldn't wait to discuss this issue. Now, on my tablet or on my source of information, I can see a picture, a very beautiful picture of Fandes dressed in their combats outside a gate of outside the gate of one of the candidates that, like I told you, Besigye's home and Bobi Wine's home are under siege, where the military police have surrounded these houses to make sure, I think, that these people don't get out. I don't know what the motive is, because I haven't had any statement from these security officials. And I do follow Brigadier Flavia Bekwaso on Twitter. I've not seen a tweet from her about this. I do follow the Fred Enangas, the Uganda police as a body, UPDF on Twitter, and I've not seen any tweet to let us know why exactly these people are being intimidated this much. I've been discussing here off air with Robert Magna, who was telling me that by the time you feel intimidated by somebody who is not even on your plot, it means that there's something lacking when it comes to your confidence. Are you really, really confidently the elected leader? If yes, then why is it that the security was deployed in these places? Of course, you are going to see a number on your screens right about now where you're going to call in and we talk about these issues. For you, what do you think of security being deployed outside the houses of our dear honorables, Dr. Besigye, who was a stronghold in opposition for very many years, election in, election out, and our dear musician, Robert Chagulanyi Sentamu, who decided to cross over to the political world and won the Chadondo East Member of Parliamentship last term, and decided to take it a notch higher and run for the office of the president, where he came second with 59.8 and is claiming that they could have stolen his votes. I've seen videos on social media where Ugandans and they're like, who doesn't know that Chagulanyi won president? The Electoral Commission said it, President Museveni, who won the election. So, according to the information that we have right now, is that Bobi Wine came out to say that this is a plan for Museveni to swear himself in. And I don't know what swearing himself in means, because I'm sure that it is the Electoral Commission that is going to swear in President Museveni as the next president for the next 5 years. Of course, Chagulanyi's post came a few minutes after the FDC had reported that the home of Dr. Besigye in Kasangati had been cordoned off by the security forces on Monday morning. Of course, I'm really, really careful about this topic, because nange sagala drone noneko, but I really, really do hope that we give inciting views, and views that can open up our minds to start to think beyond what exactly we are seeing. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Yes, good morning. Villa TV otwogere. Amanya go ne jokubidde sebo. Nafe. All right, I will expect you back as soon as possible so that you give your point as you think about it, because you were the first caller and I was really anticipating for what exactly you are going to give us on this table. Like I was telling you when I was off air, we were discussing, and of course Robert reminded me again that there can only be one lion in a den. Can you imagine that? One lion in a den. If another lion attempts to come in, either the older lion will kill this younger one, or one of them will have to leave. Now, we do believe that we don't have two lions that are going to swear in tomorrow. We only have one, and it should be enough for us to go home peacefully knowing that it's only one president. But we are hearing claims that there are some people who are planning to swear themselves in. There are no facts about it. If there are no facts about it, why is it that security has been deployed on Kizza Besigye's gate? Why is it? First of all, how does Kizza Besigye come into this whole thing? Because if we remember very well, he decided that he will not be standing and running for office as president of Uganda. So he left the race onto the people who are in opposition. And why isn't military police at the Honorable Mugisha Muntu's gate or Kabuleta's gate? John Katumba, the favorite of everybody. Why is it that they've chosen the NUP party president to be the one to go through this? Are they trying to intimidate his supporters in a way? Are they trying to make sure that there is peace? Because we could be judging the police harshly, yet they are coming out to say, guys, okay, we want to protect Ugandans from anything that could cause any havoc. Or we even want to protect the Honorable Kyagulanyi from any mishappenings on this day. Maybe some people were planning to come from the winning side and so the government is like, let's protect our person. Who knows? Call in and of course let me know exactly what you think. Well, Kano Akiki went ahead to tell us that the deployment at Bobi Wine's residence is for his own good. See what I've been telling you? Because he said we accord security based on the weight of a person. He is a distinguished Ugandan, meaning that he's not a Ugandan, a layman like you or I that will just move around the streets normally. So they give protection according to the heaviness of a person. It means that the Honorable Kyagulanyi is a very powerful person, and that's probably why they decided to give him security to protect his home. But what do they think after giving security to the Honorable Kyagulanyi? What do they think about his little babies, his wife, and the people that stay around his home? Every time they are seeing police, every time they are used to the fact that police is always around there, and it is very disturbing. Even to the neighbors who said, neighbor Nai, we got these neighbors who came and built a house here, neighbor Tfukide. Every time police is here, every time we don't have any privacy. Even for the family of the Honorable Kyagulanyi, there's no privacy at all, even that of Dr. Kizza Besigye. Because if you take a look at, I think this is why these guys decide and say, you know what, let's take our families outside, because you never really know what is going to erupt, what is going to happen after some time of course, seeing recurrent police, recurrent tear gas. All the time your little children are suffering. Tear gas is very terrible. I don't like tear gas. Hello? All the time. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Sebo Villa TV yo okendezeko twogere.
Hello? Hello. What I know that Museveni. Hello?
Yes, hello. Amanya nejo kubide. Please, if you call in, kindly reduce the volume of your TV. When you reduce the volume of your TV, I can be able to hear you on phone, not on TV. So because the TV is a minute in front of us or behind us, I don't know which one, but if you switch on the volume, you can see your picture you can see my picture on TV and not be able to hear yourself on TV, but we can hear you on the phone. So reduce the volume when you call me, and then we talk. I'm waiting for your calls. So I was telling you that this is why I think people decide to send their children abroad in fear of what exactly might happen. And I was telling you that tear gas is very, very terrible. Personally, when I go to the field and a tear gas canister is thrown, I feel like dropping the whole profession. I feel like, what? It is very itchy. It is very disturbing. Basically, tear gas is the worst. And you can look at people like Dr. Besigye who have drunk tear gas. His successor, Patrick Toboy, who have drunk the tear gas, and they just want to just shake their hands and be like, guys, thank you so much for this fight. Hello. Anybody on air? Yes. I don't know what technical problem is happening to the calls, but keep them coming. The number is on your screen as you can read through and call me and we discuss this. I was telling you that tear gas is one of the worst nightmares that you can have. And as in Kamosha sometime reporting a Bobi Wine story, and they threw tear gas at us, and so we had to run into some of these supermarkets. And I noticed that the people around there had become a little bit hostile. Even FDC, I was at the FDC offices in Najana Nkumbi sometime earlier this year, I think during elections, and oh my, during campaigns, and oh my God, it was very, very terrible. Hello, caller? Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Sebo, TVGJ ko tuwuliziganye bulungi? Yes, Sebo. Amanya nejo kubidde Sebo.
Amanya okubenda lukolo.
Tensa na.
Tuwuliziganye. Wasuzo.
Okay, the network is a little bit terrible. I really, really do hope it has nothing to do with what we are talking about. You know, we have a tendency of attaching every problem that comes along with the people we think are contending with us. However, you may even find nobody is chasing you, but you're just thinking it out of reflex. Because now I'm thinking, who is cutting off my network? Who is stopping me from discussing such a sweet topic that I would like to know what Ugandans out there think about it? Well, number on your screen, please call in. Once you call in, TVGJ ko nze mba nkuwulira ku ssimu. Naawe oba mpulira ku ssimu. Eno TV eri set nti eri eddakiika emu emabega. So, hello? Kind regards to Husna, Feti, Sarah, and Jeff in the control rooms. Thank you so much for the work that you do for us on a daily. However, I'm still complaining about tear gas, what it has caused around our country. As you, of course, calling to tell me what you think of heavy deployment. Of course, do you think that those guys are there without tear gas? And I would like to ask our dear Kano Akiki, who was here, I think, last week or last 2 weeks. Kano Akiki, are you sure that they don't have tear gas, just in case anything happens and they start throwing canisters around? Are you sure that they don't have any, I don't know, things that will scare us off and probably cause us to be in fear constantly? Are you sure that if we checked those trucks, there are no tear gas canisters? Of course, I know that if I asked you personally, face to face, you would tell me that it's for protection, which is good, it's not bad. But like I was telling you, the neighbors to these people are really, really tired. For FDC, they didn't even want to allow journalists to hide in the supermarkets. As in, you would just see they were tired. I tried to enter, like my eyes were not seeing, and I was moving towards the supermarket. I'm like, guys, Munyambe, I need water. Kamocha, nothing. They just locked the door and said, you remain outside with your a lot of noise. For Kamocha, there's a nearby restaurant there at the Kamocha offices of Bobi Wine. And when I tried to enter and we were talking and we were washing our faces, and the people said, Bino fetwabi manyida. Can you imagine that? To the extent that you carry someone else's burden simply because they chose to join politics. Hello. Wow, I cannot believe that you guys are trying to call me and the network is refusing. But I'm sure that if you call again, now we shall be able to talk and I'll get exactly what you're trying to say. And I've been telling you that I'm seeing a very scary picture here because one of the things that are characterizing the pictures I'm seeing. Hello?
Hello? The changes actually.
Bakuitani amanya nejo kubide.
Amanya ntiwa kasi.
Otenso tya?
The changes actually amajo kusala ko enyumba ya Bobi Wine. Kiri bwekiti kati olaba omuntu oyo balina okumuwa eddembe lye omuntu n'asayalinga ini mu butuufu bwe olwakalulu yakawangula ne bamulekera eddembe lye.
Yes, of course, kituufu nnyo ekyo nti omuntu balina omulekera eddembe lye n'aswearing in nga bwe yawangula ne bamulekera eddembe lye. Very, very calm contribution that we have from our brother there. And, of course, you can also call in and be part of the conversation. However, I don't think that anybody was trying to infringe on anyone's dembe. If you look at the situation, I believe that there's only one president that was going to swear in, and it's going to still happen tomorrow. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Yes,
Plungi. Amanya nejo kubidde.
ono black. Ngumakale.
Ani?
Black.
Yes, sebo. Tesa naffe.
Niwale kutuba.
Kale.
Amajemba. Bobi Wine. Yabe. Besigye. Wabukulu. Kugamba bayinarayire. Abeera omuntu okugamba amupresident. Kati yamaze. Kyakwakyako. Nansonyiwa.
Okay, webale nnyo endowooza eyo ennungi ennyo eyo naawaleeyo sobola tukubira and we talk about this issue of security being deployed on Honorable Chagulanyi's doors and gates. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, amanya nejo kubidde sebo. Oh, now Genze. The network is a bit shaky, but I'm at least able to hear some of you, and the others, maybe the network is still a very big challenge. However, keep calling, keep trying, so we can dissect this issue and know exactly how to go about it. I was telling you that one of the things... Hello, Sebo.
Hello.
Yes, Sebo. Amanya nejo kubidde Sebo.
Nze Kasim.
Yes, Sebo. Tensa naffe.
Nze Kasim okuva e Nabusanke. Kali kyempesa kiri bwe kiti. Bwe kibeera bwe kityo nti amagye bagatadde Bobi Wine, kimanye nti ensi yonna egenda kubeera ku ttera. Uganda omukulembeze waffe yalina gikomeramu emirembe naye buli waateekawo obunkenke n'abantu babeera ku bunkenke. We need need stability and fraternity. Kati yalina okukitukolerako.
Okay. Yes, it starts right from the leaders and flows down to the hymns. So, like he has said in his contribution, that if our leader tuteka ku bunkenke fenga abantu tunabeera nga tetulina bunkenke, of course not. I believe that if the bunkenke starts with our leaders, then us the subordinates, we are going to just face it rough. Hello, caller? Hello, Sebo. Amanya ne jokubide?
Nze Fred Ewobule.
Yes, Sebo.
Twagala kupata gendo okwerayo. Naye kino ekyokuteekwa ba Bobi Wine akubunkenke. Kati nze kye nandisuubira amagye gaba tegalina kyakola abandi badde bagatwala mu kyalo ne amagye gagende gakuuma ente bagayinza okuba tegalina byakola. Beere tuba tuli mine bawe tuba twagala ate.
Abamu kumwe mugaba levo bannaye mbw amagye bwe gaba tegalina byakukola gagende galonde ente. All right, I just can't believe that you can go train for forces and become a UPDF person. And, for example, if this guy who has just called me was our leader and he directs you to just go and start farming, I do not know where you would end up. But those were some of your contributions to our topics, which you can as well go down to our social media platforms and continue the conversation on to there. Also, we shall be getting those comments. Of course, it's still a very controversial topic. However, my time seems to be up and running. Though, don't forget that STV Uganda, we will be broadcasting live here on the Sky Complex, whatever will be happening at the swearing-in ceremony of dear President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Of course, some of us do not agree with it, but it does not mean that it will not happen. So how do we make sure that even if we don't agree in politics, we can unite to form a better Uganda? Of course, this was our topic of discussion, and you have been very, very good viewers of the first show. I'll be here tomorrow to do the same exact work to bring you exactly which information you need to know.